So here's another amazing self-experimenting showcase of somebody living their most authentic life, and I really hope you enjoy it.
So I'm going to focus on a couple of lessons learned over a life experience of good times, bad times, trauma, and everything else in between. I'm going to go for lesson number 1. Feel your feelings. I spent a lot of my teenage years not feeling my feelings. Both my parents became disabled when I was young, before like the age of 12. There was a lot of emotional turmoil in the house, partly because of this and partly because of a whole bunch of other issues. But we had some rough times. And during my teenage years, I shut down all emotions as a safety aspect. And it took me many, many years to recover that and go from just being a pure Vulcan all the time. And not having those emotions for a long period of time had eventually had a backlash where I had too many emotions and no ability to regulate them. Second, take time for yourself. Begin the process of understanding your needs. Be able to communicate your needs and boundaries as you find them. I very much grew up with teaching myself that I had to bend over backwards for everybody. Everything was my fault and my problem, and I was the one who had to fix it. And while there's a certain degree of you can take self-responsibility, and that is very helpful, if you don't fill up your own gas tank, no one else is going to do it for you. If you don't lock your emotional door, people will barge in and destroy your house, your internal house. So please figure out what your needs are. Understand that wants can sometimes be needs. I did not understand this because I was downplaying myself. 3, take time for self-reflection. I took the last year off working because I overworked myself in my 20s. Average 60-hour work weeks, every weekend, every holiday. Spent time in the restaurant industry, spent time working multiple jobs. I did a lot. Like one year I had 11 W-2s, which was kind of within the same corporation, but to give a perspective of how much overworking I was doing. Take time for yourself. I had to dive into understanding myself and taking an entire year off work. I broke, and I had to rebuild myself from the foundation up. And therapy helped with that. Medicine helped with that. Psychedelic style medicine helped with that. Having people love and support me helped with that. But I ended up ultimately having to do the work, and being kind to myself, building myself back up was a huge part of the answer.